Alright, welcome guys, good morning. How y'all doing? Y'all have a blessed day, but if you are at work, you're gonna see this later. Alright, so let's get into it. I'm showing you bug out bags idea if you want to build your bug out bag of your new department. And I'm gonna show you some ideas for you to build your bug out bag, your survival kit and stuff. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're gonna do multiple videos here.
Introducing the new Cantina chicken
It's gonna be
burrito
some
only
ads
at
in the
Taco Bell.
video. So don't mind that.
Save time and money. Add a second switch without cutting the wall or pulling wires in.
Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And with all the crazy weather right now, I thought I better dig out my bug out bag, dust it off, and make sure it's got all the essentials I need for survival. So let's take a quick look in here. What do I have? Well, got my life straw, water, rules of three and all of that. It's critical. Fire, got to have a way to start a fire. No fire, no life. A compass, because navigation is important. And if you don't know how to navigate without your phone or GPS, you're going to be in trouble. A tactical looking knife, that's critical. At least that's what everybody says. A flashlight, got to have a good flashlight. Matches. Here's my matches. And what I mean by matches is it matches my Klein tools. So, that's important for morale, which is also another essential. Let's see, got a book here. This is the U.S. Army Zombie Combat Survival Skills. Yes, this is a real thing. So this has all of the things that I'll need in order to survive. And then, of course, with that, I need my Zombie Tools Traumahawk because, you got to have, some personal protection. And then a bandana, because a bandana, according to the internet, can do anything. And lastly is my Harbor Freight Pittsburgh 10-piece set of the essential 10mm sockets. It covers shallow and deep, half-inch drive. In 3/8 drive, it's got shallow chrome, shallow impact, swiveled and deep, and then 1/4-inch drive. It's got 1/4-inch or 10mm impact there. It's got 10 shallow, the swivel or universal, and then a deep. So this thing will cover everything as far as I can tell. It sells, well, with Harbor Freight pricing now, what I'm probably going to do is just say the maximum you can spend on this is $15. Because people seem to be able to get 10% off coupons, 20%, 50%, or free. So I don't know how you price Harbor Freight stuff. So whatever it says hanging there without any colored tag, that's what I'm going to try to use. So for $15, you can get this set. Now, I priced these exact same 10 sockets off the Snap-on truck will cost you about $330. Do you need it? I don't know. How important is your survival? What I'm going to do here is leave this in the packaging, but I'm going to store it here just to, to help protect it. And I do have a knife if I need to try and open it. I probably should add a tourniquet to this because this is pretty hefty plastic, so I might cut myself trying to open it. But anyway, the 10mm socket sets, they are a thing. In fact, Snap-on also now has an essential 13mm socket set, so you can get a bunch of different 13s. They sell them more by drive size. This one is one of the few that crosses over all three different drive sizes. Now, I did a video a while ago about this Olsa set, which contains 100 10mm sockets. This is outstanding. It was I think it was about $100, but anyway, these are back in stock on the Olsa website. And I'm going to get ahead of the game because that's what smart preppers do. What I'm going after now are 10mm wrenches. So I'm going to start stockpiling these as well. Make sure that I've got enough 10mm wrenches to last me at least 6 months. I don't know if FEMA's got any news out on these yet, but that's important. Across the board, 10mm wrenches in all different shapes and sizes. That's critical. Let me know what you're stockpiling. And with that, Doc out.
Alright, so we're going to the next video, and it's going to be some ads in the video. So just like you know, it's a fair warning. So we're gonna go to the newest video. I'm just giving some ideas. If we just in case you want to build your own bug out bag, you can go ahead and get things done. So, alright, watch that. Alright, so we're going to the newest video. Let's see.
Good morning, YouTubers.
Okay, this is 1 day ago.
What's up, guys? Steven here from Way West Outdoors. I'm going on a 4-day backpack trip to go chase some bears in Idaho. I'm just going to do a quick run through of what I'm bringing, and I'm going to start with the pack that I'm using on this trip. I'm taking the new Kifaru Absaroka. It's coming out early June. I'm lucky enough to be able to test it out a little bit before it's out. So the pack itself, the main compartment is 5,000 cubic inches, and the lid is about 1,000. Plus all the pockets, everything else, all combined, it's about 6,500 cubic inches. The pack is 3.2 pounds, and it's made out of this Challenger material. It's kind of like the X-Pack, but upgraded. It's weatherproof, not waterproof, but it's going to take the water and rain and snow a little bit better than just like Cordura will. The cool thing I do like about this pack is it's got that horseshoe zipper on the front that lets you get into the pack without having to undo everything and dig through the top to get all the way to the bottom. It's kind of like a suitcase. You flip this thing open, you can see through the top of the pack. I really like that feature. I really like that design. It's got a couple pockets on the front, a couple vertical zip, and another horseshoe zip for another.
I'm glad he said that. And this is another thing. Build your bug out bag based on where you live at. Based on your climate. Okay? That's the way you should build your bug out bag. Just saying. So now this one was 15 minutes. Alright, I can do it. I got time.
Get back with another video. So I did a poll on my community tab on my YouTube channel, trying to see what people wanted for my next video for this week, and overwhelmingly people chose an updated bug out bag, or my 2024 updated bug out bag. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go through it, I'm going to talk a little bit about the concept of it. Before we get started, I was thinking about just talking a little bit about my specific kit, the concept behind it, and really bug out bags in general, and some of the misconceptions I think people have with them. So the way that I look at the kit, the bug out bag kit, the bag, whatever you want to call it, the pack, is it's there specifically to get me from point A to point B. This is not a kit that I'm going to walk out in the wilderness with and live for an extended period of time. That is an inch bag, and if you're interested in my take on the inch bag and kind of the concept behind it, I have a video on that, so you can check my channel. For my bug out bag specifically, I want to keep it lightweight, or at least relatively lightweight. I want to keep just the items to help me get from point A to point B. So to help me get a decent night's sleep, at least in the short term, so I can lay down, get a few hours of sleep, and then on to my next point in my route. Now, ideally, you're never going to have to use a bug out bag. If anything ever happens, you can bug in. Obviously, that's the best course of action. If you did have to bug out, your vehicle would be the best way to facilitate that. But if you were to have to go on foot, you want to have a kit as part of your contingency plan to make it to the next point. So that's what this concept, or what the bug out bag is supposed to do. It's supposed to help you get from point A to point B.
All
All right, guys. So this is the kit. The bag is the 511 Tactical Covert 2.0. Now, I've already done a couple videos with this pack before in the past. I did a video about a few years ago, on the pack and using it as a bug out bag. I went over the kit and everything like that. The bag has not changed. I really do think it is one of the premier bags to use when you're making a bug out bag because of the construction, the design. It doesn't look very assuming. It's not tactical looking. It doesn't have molly panels all over it. And while I'm not the largest proponent for the whole Rayman, I do think that there is some merit to it. Whether it be overblown or not is another conversation that we could have. But that'll be for a different video, not this video. Anyway, so the bag itself is excellent. I've had this bag for several years now. It's holding up well. As you can see, it's still in really good shape, even though it's been beat up. It's been carried with me all over the place. It has multiple water bottle pockets. They'll hold pretty large. This one has my Grail and the cup. This side has my stainless steel cup and a large Nalgene. So on the sides, obviously, I have multiple containers to treat water, to disinfect water, and to carry water over distance. Because remember, in this kit specifically, I'm going to be walking from point A to point B. So for some reason, I had to bug out, and I wasn't able to get to my bug out location in my vehicle. So therefore, I had to grab this and walk the remaining distance. I put the Grail on here along with the stainless steel nesting cup, and I put this larger Nalgene along with the stainless steel nesting cup because I want to be able to carry as much water as possible because I don't want to stop a lot. Also, with the Grail, I can collect water and disinfect that water on the move. So with this, I can literally just take this bottle out, and I'm able to collect water on the fly, drink. I can even collect water, dump into my other container, collect water, dump into my other container until both containers are filled. And not only is this a filtration system, a filtration device, kind of like a Katadyn or a Sawyer, but this is also a container to hold additional water. Another thing that's really good about this compared to other water filters, that it doesn't just filter out bacteria and protozoa. This will also filter out chemicals and viruses. And I, at this point in time in my life, with my career, my family, our house where we have it, I live in the suburbs. So one thing that I'm going to run into in a bug out situation as I'm heading towards my location, my end destination, is I'm probably going to run into ditches and things like that, or maybe even retention ponds, where I'm going to have to worry about things like chemicals. So this allows me to filter those out or get those out of my water, out of my drinking water, to better facilitate my travel. All right, so in this has like a compartment right here in the middle. Right now I just have my sniper's veil in there. You could put like a jacket if you wanted to put like a jacket in there, or a helmet of some sort. I just have it with my sniper's veil. Here in the front is like a little admin area. It has Velcro here. I just added a little admin pouch. So I have a couple of additional magazines for my Glock 19, which obviously I have here on my side. Glock 19, if I were to travel, well, I'm always going to have a firearm on me all the time where I'm legally able to carry it. And in something like this, a lot of those are going to be, let's be honest, stripped away or without rule of law. So all bets go out the window. Just some duct tape. So really not much here in the front compartment. There is a concealed carry compartment that has some Velcro if you wanted to put your CCW in there. I like to keep mine on my person at all times, but that is an option. So one thing I really like about this pack too is that it opens up like a clamshell design, and this does actually have an internal frame. So if you technically, if you wanted to, you could load this out. I personally wouldn't. That's really not this type of a pack. It's not really a long-term or a long-distance like backpacking style pack or a military style ruck. It's more of a urban or semi-urban backpack to carry essential items in an emergency. So I have my Spyderco bandana. Obviously, this could be used as a face cover, to wipe yourself, a million uses for a bandana. I have my sniper's veil. So you notice I have multiple cotton items, multiple things to use for that. I have an additional pair of socks. You can never keep your feet are so important to have a good pair of boots and have a good multiple pairs of socks, especially in this situation where you're going to be doing a lot of walking. You might walk dozens or even hundreds of miles. I'm a huge fan of wool, so I have some darn tough wool socks, and then these are smart wool, so these would be, either a backup or an additional one at night. I have my Stug pack. This is the jungle bag. Here in Florida, it is hot pretty much all year. We've already broken a bunch of records this year. It's been in the triple digits for almost 2 months now, and we're not even into summer yet. This is still considered spring. So having a good bag like this that is for warmer weather, but can also get down to colder weather, you'll still be comfortable in the 50-degree range, is really important. Plus, it doesn't weigh very much, and it packs down really small. So we'll stick with cover. I have my Hillcon-Tex poncho. I mean, what is there to say about a poncho that hasn't already been said? Remember, this is not a camping kit. This is not a backpacking kit. This is not, I'm not going out recreating. This is to have specific items that will facilitate me in my travel. So having a lightweight outer garment that can be used as a tarp, it can be used in so many different applications that it's ridiculous or silly not to carry a military style poncho. Obviously, you guys have seen this in a million different kits of mine. I love these heavy mil trash bags. These are 6 mil. I have 2 of them right here. For food, I just have these SOS rations with thousands of calories in this, and it doesn't weigh much. It doesn't take up much space. This could last me multiple days, and I want food. So I want food that I'm going to be able to eat on the fly. I don't want to have to stop and boil water. I don't want to have to stop and cook food and cook meals. I'm not out hunting. I'm not out fishing. I'm not out trapping. Remember, this is me walking from one location to another. So I'm trying to get there as fast as possible without any issues in between. So being able to pull this out and eat some of it on the fly to keep those calories coming into my body, because obviously I'm going to be burning a lot along the way. Additionally, have some beef jerky. Original Jack-Life beef jerky. So I have protein, I have fat, and up here I just have some more beef jerky. I have a bunch of these little Slim Jims. They're high in fat, high in calories, and high in protein. Gloves. I mean, you can't beat a good pair of gloves as the mechanics with the leather portion on the hand. I have my Leatherman multi-tool. I thought about putting my P4 in here, but I chose the Surge because of the simple fact that it has the bits. And being that I live in an urban environment and I'm going to be traveling to a more rural environment, I might need those bits while I'm traveling to the more rural location. So here you guys have seen this. This is just a little Maxpedition possible pouch. And here I have an additional lighter, a bunch more bank line for cordage. I have a whistle. I have a Silcock key, which is super duper important when you're in an urban environment. I have just some quadruple aught steel wool, additional batteries for my flashlight, which I have on my person. Remember, I'm going to have things on me as well. I'm going to have a flashlight. I'm going to have a good fixed blade knife. So right here I have my Battle Horse knives. Top of that, I have my little repair kit. This has additional duct tape. It has just some braided line on it, and then a sail needle inside. And then here are the bits to my Leatherman. So you guys have seen this in a million videos also. This is my nav kit. So I have an additional ferro rod in here for a backup. I have a right in the ring, or I'm sorry, a Sharpie. And then inside this, I have some paste beads. I have multiple notepads with a pencil. These are right in the ring. I have my Essie right in the ring notepad with the map cards, and then I have my Suunto global compass. Top of that, first aid kit. I mean, you know that this is obviously important. Tourniquet, Mylar blanket, compression gauze, all those types of things are in here. And then I just have a parka for rain, and if I needed to, warm. So I have just like a little hygiene kit with a toothbrush, toothpaste, and some wet wipes. I have additional bank line up here, and then I have just some aluminum foil nuggets in this area.
All right, that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I just want to give you some ideas how to build your bug out bag. Okay, so if you want to build a bug out bag, I'll show you some ideas you can do. My bug out bag been done. I've been built my bug out bag a long time ago, but build your bug out bag if you're getting started prepping, and make sure you stock up on emergency food and water. Keep prepping. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. I'm out of here. Have a great day, and the next video is going. I'm not gonna tell you what's in the next video. So that's coming up. I'll see y'all later. Peace.